Good afternoon and welcome to Wednesday Bible study with me, and as my younger brother calls him, stand back Jesus. Don't get too close, don't get too close. Which is often not Jesus' reaction to us, but our reaction to Jesus. We don't want him to get too close. But that's not what he's doing in showing us his hands. He's showing us his humanity, and in so doing, showing us how we are connected to God through him. And that, I think, is one of the purposes of the Old Testament text for this Sunday, the fourth Sunday of Easter. And that text is the 23rd Psalm. Again, showing us how God is present with us in our lives, especially when times are not as we had hoped or wished they were or had been. So the 23rd Psalm, you know the 23rd Psalm, so what I'm going to do this afternoon is read from the Message version by Eugene Peterson, which I think is as poetic, if not even a little more so, than the original 23rd Psalm. So the 23rd Psalm, according to the interpretation of Eugene Peterson in the Message. God, my shepherd, I don't need a thing. You have bedded me down in lush meadows. You find me quiet pools to drink from. True to your word, you let me catch my breath and send me in the right direction. Even when the way goes through Death Valley, I am not afraid. When you walk at my side, your trusty shepherd's crook makes me feel secure. You serve me a 6-course dinner right in front of my enemies. You revive my drooping head. My cup brims with blessing. Your beauty and love chase after me every day of my life. I'm back home in the house of God for the rest of my life. Amen. So this reading, again, familiar and especially pertinent for us, I think, during these times, brought to mind something I had read a while back about a woman who was going through an especially difficult time in her life. She had just lost both her husband and her younger daughter in an auto accident, and she was pregnant with their second child. And she writes, one afternoon, my heart breaking, I began sorting through the clothes my daughter would never wear. A dress lay across my lap, a little piece of white cotton. It evoked one more moment of bitter tears and confused disbelief. Life was not supposed to turn out this way. It was such an innocent and common thing, a child's garment, yet even as it broke my heart, that dress became an opening. The soft cotton tore at me from within and began to empty me. You are not the only heartbroken parent in the world, it said. The pain of loss is not yours alone. Disappointment is the human condition. I continued to stare at the cotton and lace, but something had shifted. The dress was somehow connecting me to the texture and mystery of greater things. Without fully understanding why, I began to soften. I saw life's contour, its destiny, and its brilliance just as it is, nothing more. I saw how I'd been caught in a script of my own creation and was totally caught up in my own world, my emotions, my wants, and my needs. Now it was simply my time, my turn to know the darkness and discover whether or not I was brave enough to accept the human journey and find a way through. Hardly anything turns out the way you expected it to, and you're frequently ready to write life off as too difficult to endure. Then some indescribable light finds its way through the impenetrable darkness, an unpredictable, runaway moment that lights up everything you've been unable to see until then. That light removes all the shoulds and the oughts, all the illusions about fairness. You enter into a space where you take that first script, the one that weighs 500 pounds, the script that was cutting into your heart all along, bleeding you to death, but you didn't realize the wound or its seriousness, and you simply let go. Thank you for being with us this afternoon. I pray that you stay well. Join us for worship on Sunday morning. And as always, I encourage you, please, to use your head, wash your hands, and keep the faith. God bless you all.